call your music, or at least your bio says you call your music, acoustic hip-hop.
We've been looking for a lot of names for it, and we called it bossa country, you know, thrash folk, but acoustic hip-hop.
We call it Chinese folk music for a long time.
That's right.
Well, that's because we were doing a lot of Chinese folk music at the time. So.
If I had $1 million, you could help, it wouldn't be that hard. If I had $1 million,
maybe we could put like a Coleman cooler up in there.
We go up to our tree
open the cooler and like there'd be drinking boxes.
Went to the same school.
Since we were about 8 or something like that.
Yeah, 8 or 9.
But we never really liked each other till we were 17, so it doesn't really count.
Oh, yeah?
He was a tough guy.
Oh.
Steve thinks I was a tough guy.
You were a tough guy, man. I was a wimp. You were a tough guy.
He was just intimidated by you.
Maybe.
You never run much music, so I mean, it doesn't matter.
We picked up Jim and Andy Cregan playing the bass and the congas and piano about 2 years ago, and then Tyler Stewart joined us about a year and a half ago? Yeah, so there we go. There's the band.
That's it. That's the band.
All born in Scarborough, Ontario, kind of the suburban mecca of the world, I think. And I think suburbia is just like that's what made Canadian rock.
When I was growing up, this was the store. So when I make up a song and I sing, oh, you know, I was walking down the street and I went to the store. I guess, you know, growing up, I was really fascinated with pop culture. I'd come to Martin's and I would buy Circus magazine or Cream or something, and I'd read it cover to cover and find out what was going on. So I still do that kind of thing.
I didn't ask to be famous, but I'm not sore.
The plight of someone like Donnie Wahlberg, to me, is just incredibly interesting. I don't necessarily identify with it, but I don't slam him like most people do for being a young punk. I think young punks of the world should unite. That's the kind of thing. I mean, yeah, it's true though. We got a song about Donnie Wahlberg. We got a song about Yoko Ono.
We got Brian Wilson.
We got Brian Wilson. We've got Michael Wilson. We got Michael Hedges.
We got Wilson Phillips.
Wilson Phillips.
We got Phillips Electronics.
We got Philip Snellgrove.
Milli Vanilli.
Snellgrove Snail.
Yeah, we got Milli Vanilli. That's right, we mentioned Milli Vanilli.
Only you can cure this malady. Only you can make me swoon. Lilac girl, oh, whoa.
We were sort of like, you know, these guys from Scarborough who showed up on Queen Street, and, you know, we'd come down at night and play, and then we'd leave. We weren't really a part of the Queen Street culture, sort of, you know. So I think we sort of brought this sector to Queen Street, this group that hadn't really been there, and it opened up a new sort of thing.
When we were doing clubs in Toronto and then moving across the country just doing clubs, before we even had our indie tape out, it was word of mouth.
Was a hero to most buddy Elvis. Was a hero to most buddy Edson. Was a hero to most buddy Rich. Was a hero to most buddy Hackett. Was a hero to most Nutty Buddy.
Our audience has sort of been there the whole way.
Good.
You know?
But even the people we pick up on the way, I mean, we're picking up all kinds of new audience people.
Yeah.
And it's for some reason it works. We'll go and do a real serious song about sexual violence. And then, you know, at another point in the set, we'll do a really silly song. And, but people don't seem to mind. I guess because on stage people think people have the impression that they know us. And I think they do, because we're the same on stage as we are off.
You can be my Yoko Ono. You can follow me wherever I go. Be my Yoko, be my Yoko. Oh no, here we go, our life is just one big pun. Oh no, here we go, it's Yoko Ono sing for...
I don't know if that's how we got famous, but it certainly helped. I don't know if we're famous yet either, but either way, it was a dollar well spent, because it got played certainly enough times for
I didn't think it was our dollar, was it? I think it was Tim's dollar.
Yeah, I think it was Ed's friend's dollar. That's right, that's true.
Each spring capture the bird, subtleties of black. Each spring capture the bird, subtleties of black. Subtleties of black. Subtleties of... Wap, 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 wap.
I mean, what we've got out now is a tape that we recorded in one night, you know, overnight, too. It was done from, like, midnight to 6 in the morning, you know.
In this store on Yonge Street, yes, this independent band, the Bare Naked Ladies, available only in cassette right now, is outselling bands like Michael Jackson and U2.
We started selling it off the stage at our gigs, like most bands do when they're starting out and they're playing gigs in their hometown and people want to take 5 songs home with them or whatever. And next thing we knew, we were getting calls from record stores, and next thing we knew after that, it had sold 50,000 copies. I mean, now it's up about 85,000 or something. So it was the first independent to ever do that, the first cassette to ever do that, and it went like top 20 in Canada. So lots of records there, and we weren't trying for it, honest.
These fragile bodies of touch and taste, this fragrant skin, this hair like lace.
Intrepid Records called us and asked us if we wanted to be on it, which was a thrill for us because, I mean, all we have out right now is our own independent cassette.
Okay.
And no videos, nothing else, and they'd asked us to contribute a song. So first of all, to be included on an album that has a lot of our favorite musicians on it, some of the Real Statics and Jane Siberry and the Skydiggers and Bob Wiseman and stuff, it was a real thrill. And second of all, we like Bruce Cockburn, and we're kids who grew up with much music.